Sairam class, how are you all? I hope you all are very fine. So class, as we were doing our workbook and we were in our chapter number 4, tick, 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 and we had completed the clock portion. Now today we will start the portion in which we will learn about date and months. So the first question is, we have to write the days in between given dates. So you can see here, for first question we have April 29 and May 28. So class, we have to count days in between them. Means we cannot count 29 April and we cannot count May 28. Because we have to answer the days in between them. So we will not count both these dates. So let's see how we can do. So it is April 28 and April 29 and May 28. So you can see here from April 29 to May 28. Let's count days in between them. So it is April 29 and it is May 28. So now we have to count the days in between them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So total 28 days we have in between given dates. Okay class, so this is the way you have to count the days. Means you cannot count the given dates, you have to count days in between them. So let's see what should be the solution. So you can see here, April 30 means after 28 we have April 30. That means one day of April, and 28th May, before 28th May we have 27 days of May. So 27 plus 1 day we will have 28 days. Similarly, you have to count for other given dates. You can see here in second question, from June 10 to July 15. So after June 10 we have 11 of June. So from 11 to 30 of June we have 20 days in June and other 14 days of July. So total we have 20 plus 14 days of July. Okay, so 20 plus 14 means 34 days total in between the given dates. Let's see for the part 4, in which we have February 28 and March 17, and given that it is non-leap year, means we have only 28 days in February in this year. So you can see here, after 28th February, as it is a leap year, we have no date to count in February month. So we will directly go to the March, and we have 16 days of March. So total we have 16 days in between the given dates. And in the same manner you have to do for all other given dates. Okay class, so other portions of this question is for you. You can do it for your own. Now let's move on to the next question, which is we have to write the given dates in word form. So you can see here we have 8907. We all know that we have first date, then we have month, and then at last we have year. Okay, so in the same way we have to write. For 8 we will write 8th. For 9, we know in second portion we have month. So we know that September is the 9th month of the year. So after this, we will write 8th of September 2007, as we write 07 for 2007. So let's see how we have to write. So you can see here, for next, which is 16/6/2012. Okay, for 16 we will write 16th. Okay, th, as we have to write in word. Then we all know that June is the 6th month of the year, and then 2012 for 1 2, which is year 2012. Now 13, then we have 3, and we all know that March is the 3rd month of the year, and 03 for 2003. 1, then 5 is for May, 5th month of the year, so 1st of May 2011. And last we have 29th of February 2016. As you can see here, we have 29th date for February. That means we can say that this year is the leap year. Okay. Now in the next question, we have to write the day after and before, means according to the given question. For example, in first part you can see that we have to answer 3 days after the given date, which is 31st of October 2015. So 3 days after, that means after 31st of October we have 1st of November, फिर 2nd of November, फिर 3rd of November, sorry. So that means after 31st October, we have 1st day, 2nd day and 3rd day. So our answer will be 3rd of November 2050. Okay. Similarly, 10 days after 29th of July. So let's see. 10 day after 29th of July. So you can see here we have 29 of July. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That means 8th of August is our answer. You can see here, yes, 8th of August is our answer. Now the next one is 7 days after 25th December. So let's see, 7 days after 25th December. So this is 25th December. So let's count after this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 7th day is on 1st of January of next year. So the answer will be 1st of January of next year. So it is 1st of January 2006. Now let's see question related to before condition. These. Okay. So 10 days before 22 January. So let's see, before 10 days before 22 of January. So it is our 22nd of January. So let's count 10 days before 22nd of January. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So our answer is 12th of January 2006. So it is 12th of January 2014. Okay. Similarly, you have to do for all the other parts. Okay, class? Let's move on to the next question, which is application based questions. So you can see here the first part is what time will be 2 hours 30 minutes after 4:25 a.m. So what we have to do, we just have to add 2 hours 30 minutes in 4:25 a.m. So when we added 30 minutes to 25 minutes, we will get 55 minutes, and 2 hours in 4 we get 6 hours. That means the time will be 6:55 a.m. Next question is Sonia reaches school at 8:45. 8:45 means we have 15 minutes more for 9 a.m. So that means it is 8:45. So Sonia reached school at 8:45 and it took her 1 hour 20 minutes to reach school. So we have to answer when did she start from her home towards school. So what we have to do, we have to minus 1 hour 20 minutes from 8:45. So let's see. It is when we minus 20 minutes from 45, we get 25 minutes, and 1 hour from 8 a.m. we get 7. That means she started at 7:25 from her house towards her school. Okay, class? Now the third part is the lunch break starts at 11:05 a.m. and lasts for 30 minutes. That means the duration of lunch break is 30 minutes. That is half an hour. So we have to answer at what time the lunch break gets over. So all we have to do is we have to add 30 minutes in 11:05. So when we added 30 minutes in 11:05, we get 11:35 a.m. That means lunch get over at 11:35 a.m. Now the next part is Mr. Karan has 2 children, a boy and a girl. The boy was born on April 15, 1992 and girl on 7th of August 1999. So first we have to answer who is elder and also that by how much years. So we can easily see that boy born earlier, so that means boy is elder, and by how much for this, when we see the difference between years, we get 7 years difference, and from April to August we have 4-month difference. So that means they have 7-year and 4-month difference in between them. Next is Amit left for the cricket ground at 6:45 a.m. and reaches there at 8:40 a.m. So we have to answer how long did he take to get there. So for this, as he started around 6:45, so from 6:45 to 7:45 we have first hour, and from 7:45 to 8:45 we have second hour. But he reached there at 8:40, means 5 minutes earlier than 2 hours complete, means he reached there before 5 minutes to complete 2 hours. So he takes 1 hour and 55 minutes to get there. Now the next question is, a journey by train to Himachal Pradesh from Delhi takes 7 hours 40 minutes. If the train starts from Delhi at 10:20 p.m., so we have to answer at what time will it reach Himachal Pradesh. So you can see here that if train starts at 10:20 a.m., so we have to add 7 hours 40, sorry, 10:20 p.m. So we have to add 7 hours 40 minutes in 10:20 p.m. So let's see how we have to solve it. So you can see here when we added 7 hours 40 minutes in 10:20 p.m. So 20 plus 40 will give 60 minutes and 10 plus 7 gives 17 hours. And as we all know that 60 minutes equals to 1 hour. That means we can convert this 60 minutes into hour. So we get total 17 plus 1, that is 18 hours. Now as the train starts at PM, you can see here train starts at PM. So after 18 hours we get morning, that is AM. So the train reaches Himachal Pradesh around 6 AM. When we converted 18 according to 24-hour system, then it is 6, and after PM we get AM after 18 hours. So the train reaches Himachal Pradesh at 6 AM. An artist took 10 hours to paint 2 pictures. It takes him 6 hours and 20 minutes to sketch the first one. So we have to answer how long does he take to sketch the second one. As we know that total he take 10 hours. So we have to minus 6 hours 20 minutes from that 10 hours. So when we subtracted 6 hours 20 minutes, so we get 3 hours 40 minutes. See how we have to subtract 6 hours 20 minutes from that 10 hour. As we know that when we have 0, we will borrow the number from the previous number. But when we take or borrow, then it will become 1 less and it will become 10. But in case of the clock system, we all know that 1 hour equals to 60 minutes. So when this 00 minute borrow 1 from this 10 hour, so this 10 hour becomes 9 hour and this 00 minute will become 60 minute, as it takes 1 complete hour. So 1 hour equals to 60 minute. Now when 60 subtract 20 minutes, so we have 40 minutes, and on the other side we have 9 hours, and when 9 hours subtract 6 hours, we have 3 hours. That means he takes 3 hours 40 minutes for the second sketch. Next question is, the annual exam in a school started on 5th of March and ended on 28th of March. So we have to answer how long did the examination continues. So class, as the first exam is on 5th of March, That means we have to count this 5th of March also and ended on 28th of March. So we have to count 28 also. Now, when we counted days from 5th of March to 28th March, we will get 24 days. Now, there is a question that today is 15th of October 2018. Kanika checked her talcum powder manufacturing date and it showed 15 of December 2017. So the powder can be used till 24 months, means exact for 1 hour. That means if the manufacturing date is 15 of December, so she can use till 15 of December 2018. Now let's see what is the question. So the question is, can Kanika use this powder now? So we all know that the today's date given is October 2018. So yes, she can use powder now. Now the next question is, Arun and Varun went to a birthday party. They arrived at 4:19 p.m. The party lasted 3 hours 19 minutes. So we have to answer at what time did they leave. So as they reached there at 4:19 and party lasted about 3 hours 19 minutes. So when we added, we get 7 hours 38 minutes. That means they left from the party around 7:38 p.m. Next question is, Nina wants to mark her birthday on the calendar given below. She knows that her birthday comes after 6 days from the Mother's Day, and given is Mother's Day falls on 2nd Sunday of May. So let's see what is the date on 2nd Sunday of May. So you can see here, this is the first Sunday and this is the second Sunday, and Nina's birthday come after 6 days of Mother's Day. So it is first day, second day, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. That means Nina's birthday comes on 19th of May. Next question is, we have to use the given bus timetable and answer the following question. So the question is, we have to answer for bus A, that how long does it take to travel from Meerut to Ghaziabad. So you can see here, this is bus A and it starts at 7:05 a.m. and reach Ghaziabad at 7:35 a.m. So that means total it takes 30 minutes to reach Ghaziabad from Meerut. And then we have to answer for Ghaziabad to Delhi. So you can see here, it left Ghaziabad around 7:35 and reaches Delhi around 7:55. That means 20-minute difference. And then we have to answer for Meerut to Delhi. So you can see here, we have 7 from 7:05 to 7:35. Total we have 50-minute difference in between Meerut and Delhi. Now the next question is, how long would I have to wait for a bus if I arrive at, the first case is, when I arrived at Meerut stop at 6:45. So you can see here, after 6:45, the first bus is around 7:05. So we know from 6:45 to 7:45 we have 20-minute gap. So that means I have to wait around 20 minutes. Now the next is how much I have to wait if I arrive at Ghaziabad stop at 7:55. 7:55 means here, means bus A is already left. So after 75 we have bus around 8:16. So from 7:55 to 8:16 we have to wait for 16 plus 5, that is we have to wait for 21 minutes. Now the next is Delhi stop at 9:05 a.m. So you can see here before 9:05 two buses already left, and after 9:05 we have next bus around 9:50. So from 9:05 to 9:50 we have to wait for around 45 minutes. Next question is, the autumn break is from 20 October to 28 October. So autumn breaks is for how many days? We have to count from 20 to 28. That means we have to count 20 and 28 both days. So we have 9 days autumn break. On February 14, a boy said, a fortnight more for our final exam. Now first we have to understand the meaning of fortnight. Fortnight means a duration of 2 weeks. Okay, a duration of 2 weeks means fortnight. A duration of 2 weeks, that means around 15 days or 14 days. So when the boy said is 14th of February. So let's add the 14 days, means fortnight in the 14th of February. So we get 28th of February. That means the exam starts day after 28th of February, that is 1st of March. Now the next question is, we have to write the given date in numbers. So for 10 we will write 10, then oblique, and we all know that April is the 4th month, and then 1/6/2016. 8, then oblique, and December is the 12th month, and 1/8/2018. 16, then oblique, and then 6 for June, and 1/7/2017. Okay class, so this is it for this chapter's workbook. Keep practice in your home. Till then, thank you class.